Everybody, it's the Nasty One here again, and welcome back to the next episode of the Freebooters franchise here in year number 2. If you were here just a few minutes ago, you'll know what happened last episode, but for those of you that weren't, here's a recap. Last time out against the Herbisaurs, we lost again, 5th loss in a row. We got killed 17-2. Hannah Hogswin got fucked up, Bullpen got fucked up, and we didn't do anything on offense. Pretty much par for the course for this season. Now we're going to play our last matchup against the Herbisaurs here. Third time this year we'll face them. Our ace Winnie Noel will be on the hill. 0-2 with an 8.15 ERA and a 1.92 whip. And on the other side it will be number 3 pitcher Dick Lucas, who will be pitching hurt. He is 0-2 with a 5.40 ERA and a 1.54 whip. Lineup today: Pitts leads off, followed by Stiff Bottom, Reddier, Jackman, Brickhouse, Velos, Rivers, Graves, and Axelson. Well, let's go. Let's get the shellacking over with, shall we? Really, the only bright spot we had last game was the 3 hits from Axelson. 3 hits for, I believe, Brickhouse. And then Elric Rippin, the closer, coming out of the bullpen, throwing a clean 8th inning, giving up only 1 hit. One of the few scoreless innings we threw, actually, all game last time out. Here we go. We're ready. Pitts, Stiff Bottom, and Ready will face Lucas. Pitts is leading off, hitting .327, 2 homers and 6 RBIs on the year. He was hitless in the previous game, 0 for 5. Here are Dick Lucas's numbers on the year. As we know, he's 0-2 with the 5.40 ERA and a 1.54 whip. He's given up 7 earned runs in 11 2/3 innings pitched. Of course, he did get hurt last start. 10 hits surrendered, 3 of them home runs, 8 walks given up with 10 strikeouts recorded. Batting average against is .227, so let's see what Lucas can do. Pitts ready, contact versus right-hander active here. Slider down the middle, swung late, 0-1. Forkball in there for a strike, 0-2. Tough out active for Pitts. Fastball up and in is high, 1-2. Fastball up and away, hard in the hole to short. Stewart there for it on the backhand, makes the easy play, 1 down. Brings up Stiff Bottom off the bench today as the catcher took a day off to rest. .265 average with 2 homers and 7 RBIs on the season. Changeup is outside from Lucas, ball 1. Changeup away, hard liner to right center field. That'll drop for a base hit. It's Stiff Bottom gets the first hit of the game for the Freebooters, putting herself at first with 1 down in the first inning. And then I'll bring up Reddier, the DH, still locked in, hitting 4 for 12 on the season with 6 homers and 17 RBIs. He went 1 for 4 last game. Fastball at the letters, hit down the right field line. That's hooking near the line, just foul. 0-1. Fastball up and away is high, ball 1. Check swing up and in on that heater, 2-1 to Reddier. Fastball up and in again is inside, 3-1. Fastball down the middle, swung under it, full count now. Hanging curveball lined in the left field, base hit for Reddier as he will put 2 on here with 1 down. Brings up the 4-hitter Jackman, who has RBI man active. 1 hit last game for him as well. .451 average with 2 homers and 10 RBIs. He went 1 for 4. Fastball up, misses high, ball 1. Fastball up and away is high, 2-0. Forkball middle in, line to short. Stewart leaps, but he can't make the timing of the ball. Throw to second by Stanberg is in time, though, to get Reddier as they froze. 2 outs in the inning now on the fielder's choice, and that'll bring up Brickhouse. Center fielder had 3 hits last game. He went 3 for 5, hitting .368 now with a homer and 7 RBIs. Forkball down in the way for a called strike, 0-1. Curveball down and in and misses, almost hitting him, 1-1. Curveball middle of the plate, hard 1-hopper to short. Stewart scoops it off the turf, and he'll make the play, and that ends the inning. Our Freebooters get 2 hits, but they do nothing with them. Bottom 1, Hamster, Stanberg, and Bobbitt face Noel. Here's Henry Hamster, the third baseman, still tense, hitting .277 with 4 RBIs on the season. Here's the lineup for the Herbisaurs. Hamster leads off, followed by Stanberg, who's locked in. Bobbitt, Manley, Blue, Sachs, Vortex, Stewart, and Clark, who's off the bench here, back at catcher, replacing Hankey, who started last game and drove in 5 runs. I'm surprised he's not out there playing again. Here's a look at Noel's numbers on the year. In her 3 starts, she's 0-2 with an 8.15 ERA and a 1.92 WHIP. 17 runs given up, 16 of which were earned in 17 2/3 innings over 3 starts. She's given up 32 hits, 5 home runs, 2 walks, and 8 strikeouts. Batting average against for her is .405. Not a great year for Noelle, who looks to forget it. First pitch slider down and away. Check swing for a strike, 0-1. Fastball down and in. Hard grounder at the middle of the second. Graves does not get there on the backhand as it's through for a base hit. Brickhouse gets it in, and it's a leadoff single for Hamster. Brings up left fielder Morton Stamberg, who's locked in, hitting .339 with 4 homers and 17 RBIs on the season. Two-seamer up and away. Check swing for a called strike, 0-1. Change it down and away. Low, ball 1. Throw down by stiff bottom is late. It's a stolen base for Hamster. First stolen base that the Herbivores have had these last 2 games. Hamster's 5th attempt of the year. He's now 3 for 5. 1-1 count now from Noelle. Fastball up and away, called a strike. 1-2 the count now. Slider down and in. Swung through it, strike 3. First punch out for Noelle as Stamberg's back to neutral. 1 down in the inning, and that'll bring up Bobbitt. Second baseman hitting .271 with 4 homers and 10 RBIs. He hit a solo home run last game, driving in 1 of his 2 runs. He also hit a sac fly. Change it down and in. Called a strike, 0-1 as it gets in there. Fastball middle in, called a strike on the check swing, 0-2 the count. Two-seamer down and away, outside, 1-2. Slider up and away, fouled off to the left side, out of play, still 1-2. Fastball up and in, line hard to left field, Axelson in on it. Makes the catch for the second out as that almost got by her. 2 down now, runner still at second, and that'll bring up Manley. First baseman's locked in as he was a triple shy of the cycle last game, driving in 2 runs. .407 average with 4 homers and 12 RBIs. Or maybe it was 3 RBIs, I don't know. Noelle locked in early here. First pitch fastball middle in, called a strike, 0-1. Slider down below the knees, taken, 1-1. Change up and away, called a strike at the letters, 1-2 the count now as Noelle gets ahead. Tough out activates for Manley here. Two-seamer down and away, grounded softly to third. Xander Rivers to his left makes the play, and that'll end the inning as Noelle strands the runner at second. 1 hit for the Herbivores, they do nothing with it. Velos, Rivers, and Graves do up here against Lucas. Here's Velos. Went 1 for 5 last game, hitting .244 with a homer and 7 RBIs. She did single in a run last game, one of the only 2 we drove in all game. Fastball middle in, swung late, 0-1. Fastball up, hit up the first base line, off the diving Manley's glove into foul territory. It will be a base hit as Velos on to start the inning. Now to bring up Rivers, .438 average with 8 RBIs on the season. I believe he had 1 hit last game, went 1 for 4. Curveball up and away is outside, ball 1. Change up down and in, catches the corner, 1-1. Fastball up and in, line hard to right center field. That'll be a gapper, and that'll get down. Will it get past the outfielder? No, it won't. Vortex does cut it off. It'll be a single for Rivers. Runners will be at the corners, though, as Velos gets to third on the play. Still nobody out here for Graves. 1 hit last game. He went 1 for 4, hitting .391 with 2 RBIs on the season. Change up down the way. It's just outside from Lucas. Ball 1. Fastball up high, taken, 2-0. Fastball at the knees, line hard to right center field. That'll be a gapper, and that will get all the way to the wall out there as the outfielders give chase. Sachs will run it down here as 1 runner scored. Here comes the second run around third. Rivers will score easily as there's no throw. It's a 2 RBI double for Graves as it's now 2-0 Freebooters here. Graves just doubled his RBI total of the season from 2 to 4, and that'll bring up the 9-hitter. Gia Axelson went 3 for 4 last game, driving in the other of our 2 runs. She is hitting .341 on the year with 2 RBIs. Fastball at the letters for a strike, 0-1 as Lucas is tense here. Forkball down, hard grounder to second. Bobbitt goes to first with it on the fielder's choice, 1 down. Graves to third, and that'll bring up Pitts, 0 for 1 today. 0 for his last 6 at-bats here in the series. Just looking for his first hit. Curveball down and in, ripped hard up the right field line. Leaping is Manley to rob him again. 2 down. And that'll bring up Stiff Bottom, who singled her first time up. She's 1 for 1. Looking to bring in another run here in the inning. Slider down in the way, hit pretty well. Deep to center field. Does that have carry to get over the fence? No, it doesn't. It dies at the wall. Sachs makes the catch. Thankfully, he doesn't rob it. But the Freebooters strike early for a 2 RBI double off Sammy Graves' bat. It's 2-0 to the bottom of the second. Blue, Sachs, and Vortex will face Noel. Here's Blue, hitting 308 on the year with 2 RBIs. Drove in 1 of those RBIs last game. First pitch 2-seamer up and away is high, ball 1. Fastball down and in for a strike at the knees, 1-1. Changeup down in the way, check swing for a strike, 1-2 the count now. Slider up and in, taken high, 2-2, good pitch from Noel. Fastball up and away, swung through at strike 3, Blue is late, and that's a strikeout on a 1-on-1 heater. Second of the game for Noel, 1 down in the inning, and that'll bring up the 6-hitter, center fielder Doink Sachs, who's tense. Hitting 288 with 4 RBIs on the season. Had only 1 hit last game. I believe he went 1 for 5. Slider down and in low, ball 1. Fastball down in the way for a strike at the knees, 1-1. 2-seamer up and in, swung through at 1-2 the count now as Sachs is early. Fastball up and away, high, 2-2. Changeup down and in, pulled foul, still 2-2. Slider down in the way. Called strike 3 as it caught the knees. Second punch out of the inning for Noel. Third of the outing. 2 down in the inning now for Vortex. Right fielder locked in, hitting .433. Homer and 8 RBIs. He had a 3-hit game last time out as well. First pitch fastball up and away is outside and high. 1-0. 2-seamer down and in. Check swing for a strike. 1-1. Slider down in the way. Grounded softly to second. Braves charge. Graves makes the charging play on the bare hand, and that ends the inning. 1-2-3 for Noel here in the second. Top 3, Reddier, Jackman, and Brickhouse face Lucas. Reddier 1 for 1 today with a single. Still locked in. Forkball down the middle, hit pretty well deep to right center field as that was a hanger. Giving chases to right fielder Vortex, who dives and makes the catch on the warning track. What a play. 1 down. Brings up Jackman, who's 0 for 1. Lined out his first time up. Slider up and away. Line to right center field. That will not be caught as that's a gapper. Vortex does cut it off, though, and that will be a base hit. Jackman 1 for 2 today as he reaches base on the single. And that'll bring up Brickhouse with 1 down. 0 for 1 today. Runner at first. Fastball up high, swung late by Brickhouse, under it, 0-1. Fastball up and in, on the ground past the diving Manley's glove. Bobbitt cuts it off, though, for a ground out. Jackman gets the second on the fielder's choice, though. 2 down now for Velos. Singled her first time up. She's 1 for 1. Forkball's inside from Lucas, ball 1. Slider up and in, almost hits her, 2-0. Curveball at the knees. She gets on top of it as Bobbitt makes the play. Easy ground out to end the inning. 1 hit for the Freebooters, but nothing comes of it. Bottom 3, Stewart, Clark, and Hamster face Noel. Here's the shortstop, Milo Stewart. There we go. Stewart leads off the inning here for the Herbivores in the third, hitting .256, 2 homers and 8 RBIs. He did drive in a run last game. First pitch slider down in the way, dribbled to the right of the mound. Noel off on the bare hand, makes the play herself, 1 down. Now to bring up the 9-hitter Fiona Clark, getting the start today over Nate Hankey, hitting .261 on the year with a homer and 3 RBIs. She had the day off last game. First pitch two-seamer away for a strike, 0-1 on the middle away corner. Fastball up and in, called a strike again, 0-2. Change up down and in, swung towards strike 3, 4th punch. There we go, 4th punch out of the game for Noel. 2 down in the inning now for Hamster, who singled his first time up. One of only, that's actually the only hit the Herbivores have. First pitch fastball down and in is called strike, 0-1. Slider down and away, fouled off, 0-2 the count now. Two-seamer down and away is in the dirt, ball 1. Move it down and in. Pulled foul, still 1-2. Fastball down and in. Line hard to left center field. That'll be a base hit as that'll get all the way to the wall out there in left center. There'll be another double here for Hamster here early on as he's 2 for 2 today with the only 2 hits, both doubles for the Herbivores. He's a 2-hitter Stanberg. 0 for 1 today. Fastball up and away. Check swing high, 1-0. Two-seamer down and in is low, 2-0. Slider middle of the way, called a strike, 2-1. Change up and in, called a strike, 2-2. The count now as Noel evens it back up. Seamer down and away, fouled off, still 2-2. Fastball up and away, check swing called strike 3. 5th punch out of the day for Noel as that gets them out of the inning. Another hit for the Herbivores by Hamster, his 2nd double of the game, but nothing else happens. Top 4, Rivers, Graves, and Axelson face Lucas in the 4th. Rivers 1 for 1 today with a single. His first time up against Lucas. Slider down and away for a called strike, 0-1. Slider up and in, hit in the right center field. That'll be a gapper, and that'll get all the way to the wall out there as neither outfielder can cut it off. Well, Sachs does right before the wall, and that'll bring a double for Rivers. He'll be on the 2nd to lead off the inning. Brings up Graves, who doubled in 2 runs his last time up. He's 1 for 1 today. Fastball in the dirt, taken, ball 1. Curveball down and in is inside, 2-0. Change up at the knees for a strike, 2-1. Fastball up, hard grounder to 2nd. Bobbitt makes the play himself to 1st. 1 down on the fielder's choice. Brings up Axelson, who's 0 for 1 today. Slider away, misses, ball 1. Change it down and in, caught the knees, 1-1. Fastball up and in, fisted up the middle. Stewart goes to 1st with that on the fielder's choice, 2 down. Rivers to 3rd on the play, and that'll bring up Pitts, 0 for 2 today. 2 more lineouts on his line scores. He's 0 for his last 7 and now 10s. Fastball up and in is high and inside, 1-0. Chase the forkball in the dirt down in the way as it dribbled over to the right side. Lucas makes the play to end the inning, though, as he flips it over to Lanley. Leadoff double is strained by the Freebooters. Bottom 4, Bobbitt, Manley, and Blue to up here against Noel. Bobbitt 0 for 1 today will lead off. Change it down and in on the first pitch. Hard grounder up the middle for Bobbitt. That's his first hit of the game. It's now 1 for 2 down the line score. Third hit of the day for the Herbivores. First person not named Henry Hamster to get on base. We'll bring up Manley 0 for 1 today. First pitch slider down in the way is called strike to the knees, 0-1. Fastball middle away, fouled off, 0-2. Tough out active here from Manley. Two-seamer down and in, hard one hopper to short. Jackman fields it cleanly, fires the second one, Graves to first. It's a double play, and that erases the base hit. Brings up Blue, 0 for 1 today. Struck out swinging his last time up. Slider down in the way in the first pitch, hard grounder up into right center field. Brickhouse cuts it off, and then a hold Blue to just a single. He's now 1 for 2 as well. Keeps the inning alive here for the Herbivores, and that'll bring up center fielder Yoink Sachs, who's 0 for 1. Struck out swinging his first time up. First pitch fastball up and in, just high, ball 1. Two-seamer down low, taken low, 2-0. Slider down in the way, called a strike the knees, 2-1. Two-seamer down and in, dribble to the left of the mound. Noel barehands it, fires in time, and that ends the inning. Two hits for the Herbivores. One's erased on a double play, the other is stranded. Top 5. Stiff bottom, Reddier and Jackman face Lucas for the third time today as they look to break it open. Stiff bottom 1 for 2 will lead off the inning. Forkball down in the way is outside, ball 1. Curveball up and away, hit pretty well to right center field, but it's not far enough away from Sachs, who runs it down easily. 1 out. Brings up DH Wixit Reddier, 1 for 2 today with a single. Forkball at the knees for a strike, 0-1. Change it down in the way is called strike again, 0-2. Slider at the knees, hit pretty well to left center field by Reddier, and that'll be a gapper as the one hops to the wall out there at the deepest part of the park. Reddier on his way to second will be in with a stand-up double. He's in scoring position with 1 down here in the 5th. Now to bring up Jackman. Shortstop has RBI man active again. 1 for 2 today with a single. He's also lined out today. Forkball down and in, hit pretty well, deep to left field. Stanberg calling for it against the wall. Hits it off the wall, and it'll be a double for Jackman as the run scores. It is 3-0 Freebooters. Lucas now tense, and then I'll bring up Brickhouse, who's 0 for 2 today. Runner in scoring position with 1 down still. Hanging curveball ripped to left center field. Over for it is Stanberg, who dives and cannot make the catch. So it bounces off his glove, and Jackman will score easily from second as it's another double. Brickhouse in safely. 4-0 to score Freebooters. So that's 3 straight back-to-back doubles. I'm going to bring up Velos, 1 for 2 today with a single. Change it below the knees, ball 1. Change up away, misses, 2-0. Change it middle of the plate, ripped down the left field line by Velos as that's looking for the wall out there down the line. It is gone just under the foul pole and on the yellow line. It is a home run for Velos, her second of the year, and that 2-run shot makes it a 6-0 game as we break it open in the 5th. Brings up Rivers, who's 2 for 2 today with a double and a single. Locked in at the plate now. Luke is done as he's rattled, leaving after only 4 1/3 innings, giving up 6 hits and 11 hits. Leaving him out of the pen is right-hander, who did not pitch last game. It's Sebastian Morrow, the long reliever. Strike at the knees on the changeup, 0-1. Here are Morrow's numbers on the year. He is formerly of the Buzzards camp. He's 0 for 2, 3.98 ERA and a 1.33 WHIP. He's given up 9 earned runs in 10 appearances, recording 1 save. He's thrown 20 in the 3rd innings, giving up 18 hits, 1 of them a home run. He's also walked 9 batters, hit 3 of them, and struck out 13. Batting average against is only .237. He's just gotten 2 losses on the year. Gets ahead 0-1 to Rivers. Fastball down in the way for a strike, 0-2. Fastball up and in, fisted on the ground is 3rd. Hamster makes the play himself, 2 down. Rivers back to neutral, and that'll bring up Graves, 1 for 2 today with a 2 RBI double earlier. 2 outs, bases empty as the fastball's up and in for Morrow, 0-1. Change it down the middle, ripped hard up the third base line as it's a fair ball for Graves into the left field corner. Stanberg recovers and gets it in as Graves is digging for 2. He gets thrown out, trying to extend it into a double. Still, the Freebooters crack for 4 runs here off of Lucas as they kick him from the game. Bottom 5, 6-0 the score. Vortex, Stewart, and Clark due up against Noel. Here's Vortex, 0-for-1 today. First pitch slider down and in. Check swing for a strike, 0-1. Two-seamer up and in. Fouled off to the left side, out of play, 0-2. Change it down and away. Called strike 3. 6 punch out of the game for Noel as that's the first out of the inning. Brings up Stewart, who's 0-for-1 today. Fastball up and in the first pitch, called a strike, 0-1. Two-seamer down and away, just low, ball 1. Change it down and in is inside and low, 2-1. Slider middle away, called a strike, 2-2. Two-seamer up and in. Stewart fists it off, and Noel's glove ricocheting to second. Graves barehands and fires in time. 2 down. 1-4-3 put out, and that'll bring up Clark with 2 down in the inning. 0-for-1 so far today. Struck out her first time up. First pitch two-seamer up and away is called strike. 0-1. Slider down and away, low, ball 1. Fastball up high. Hit down the right field line pretty shallow. Velos charging. Slides, can't get there, and that'll be a base hit for Clark. Her first hit, she's 1-for-2. Good effort from Velos. She was just too far away. 2 down now for Hamster with a runner at first. 2-for-2 days. Doubled and singled so far. Also stolen a base. First pitch changeup at the knees. Pulled foul. 0-1. Fastball down and away is low. 1-1 the count now. Two-seamer down and in. Grounded in the hole to second. Graves over. Makes the play to Pitts, and that ends the inning. 1 hit for the Herbivores, but it's stranded. Top 6. 6-0 the score. Freebooters cruising right now. Axelson, Pitts, and Stiff Bottom face Morrow. Here's Axelson, 0-for-2 today. Leads off the inning in the 9 hole. Change up below the knees, ball 1. Fastball at the knees, swung late, 1-1. Change up at the knees, ripped hard by Axelson to the right center gap. That'll be a gapper all the way to the wall on 2 hops. Sachs runs it down in the deep corner, but it's a double for Axelson. She's 1-for-3 today.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 12.
Brings up Pitts, who's 0-for-3 today. He's tense still. Why is my son moving? Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. Alrighty, we're back, guys. Here's Pitts, runner at second with none down in the 6th inning. Axelson doubled to lead off the inning. Pitts 10s here, 0 for 3. 0 for his last 8, looking to turn things around at the plate. Fastball outside for Morrow, misses, ball 1. Fastball up and in, high, 2-0. Fastball up and away for a strike, 2-1. Slider middle in, hit pretty well, deep to right center field, not a lot on it though. Sachs makes the catch, 1 down as Axelson forces the throw from him. It's a good one, she'll hold at second. Brings up stiff bottom, 1 for 3 today. Singled way back in the 1st inning, hit the sense. Strike at the letters on the heater, 0-1. Slider middle away, grounded to second. Bobbitt goes to first with it, 2 down. Axelson to third on the fielder's choice. That'll bring up Reddier, 2 for 3 today. Doubled his last time up, he's also singled. Fastball away, misses, ball 1. Slider down and middle in, caught the zone, 1-1. Fastball way high, 2-1. Changeup inside from Morrow, misses, 3-1 as walk prone activates for the first time today for the reliever. Check swing high, good take by Reddier, it's a walk. Puts him on at first. Runners at the corners now for Jackman with 2 down. He's 2 for 3 today. Doubled in a run his last time up. He's also singled. Slider down in the way, caught the knees, 0-1. Slider down in the way again. Jackman skies it to right center field. Shallow, in on at Vortex. Makes the catch, and that ends the inning. Freebooters get 2 hits, but strand the runners. Bottom 6. Stanberg, Bobbitt, and Manley face Noel. Stanberg 0 for 2 today. First pitch slider down and in, called a strike, 0-1. Changeup up and away is outside, 1-1. Fastball down and away is low, 2-1. Slider middle in, line to center field. Brickhouse can't get there, and that'll drop for a base hit. First hit today for Stanberg, he's 1 for 3. Brings up the 3-hitter Bobbitt, 1 for 2 with the single. Ricker's 2-seamer up and away is a called strike, 0-1. Fastball down below the knees, 1-1. Slider down and in, check swing for a strike, 1-2. Changeup down in the way, low, 2-2. Fastball up and in, fouled off by Bobbitt, still 2-2. 2-seamer up and away is high, full count now. Down in the way, grounded softly to third. Rivers has no play at second, he has to go to first. In time, 1 down as Stanberg advances on the fielder's choice. Brings up Manley, who's 0 for 2 today, with RBI man active again. First pitch fastball down and in, check swing for a strike, 0-1. Change it down at the knees, hard grounder at the middle for Manley, it's a base hit. Brickhouse comes up throwing for the plate as the runner's going to try and score. Here's the throw, it's late. It's an RBI single for Manley, it's now 6-1. First hit of the game for Manley, he's 1 for 3, and that's the first run today for the Herbivores. Brings up Blue, 1 for 2 with the single. First pitch slider down in the way is a called strike, 0-1. 2-seamer up and in, inside, 1-1. Change it middle in, called a strike, 1-2. Noel up over 80 pitches now. Fastball up and away is high, 2-2. 2-seamer down and in, fouled off, still 2-2. Slider down in the way, outside, full count now. Changeup up and in, check swing called strike 3. Another punch out for Noel, I believe it's her 7th. 1 down, and that'll bring up, there are 2 down now in the inning, and that'll bring up Sachs, who's 0 for 2 and still tense. First pitch 2-seamer down in the way is low, ball 1. Fastball middle away, called a strike, 1-1. Slider down and in, swung through it, 1-2. Sachs was way early. Changeup up and in, inside, 2-2. Fastball down in the way, grounded up the middle softly. Graves backhands and hurries to first, in time to get Sachs, and that ends the inning. Herbivores on the board though with a 1-out single from Manley, 6-1 the score to the 7th. Brickhouse, Velos, and Rivers face Morrow. Brickhouse 1 for 3 today. RBI double his last time at the plate. Changeup down in the way is low. Ball 1. Changeup up and in. Brickhouse turns on it, hits deep to left center field. He got a lot of that, and it is gone. Second homer of the year for Stockton Brickhouse. It's a solo shot here, and we get that run right back here as it's now 7-1. Good play from Brickhouse as he jumped all over that hanging changeup. Now to bring up Velos, 2 for 3 today. 2-run homer down the left field liner last time up, just under the foul pole. She's also singled today. Slider way up and in is high. Morrow now tense. Ball 1. 1-0 pitch is a fastball at the letters. 1-1 now. Fastball inside, caught the zone. 1-2. Fastball up and away, swung late, and that's a punch out for Morrow. His first out of the pen, and he's back to neutral mojo. Now to bring up Rivers, 2 for 3 today with a double and a single. Grounded that his last time up. Fastball inside misses. Ball 1. Changeup at the knees, grounded up the first base line. Fair ball from Manley, who flips to Morrow, 2 down. Brings up Graves, singled his last time up. He's also doubled in 2 runs earlier in the game. He's 2 for 3. Slider middle in, hit pretty well by Graves to right field. He didn't get any carry on it though, as Vortex back a few steps, makes the catch, and that ends the inning. Bottom 7, Freebooters get that 1 run right back as Brickhouse hits a leadoff solo home run. Bottom 7 we go. Vortex, Stewart, and Clark are due up. Vortex 0 for 2 today. Noel sitting at 92 pitches. Still has some stamina left, so we'll see how this goes. So far, she's only given up 7 hits, so it's worth a shot anyway. First pitch fastball up and away. Line to short. Jackman leaps out of the way of the ball because I'm an idiot. Leadoff single for Vortex. 8th hit today for the Herbivores. Leadoff man at first. None down for Stewart, who's 0 for 2. Slider down in the way in the first pitch. Line to first. Leaping his pits. He can't get there, and that'll be into right field. Bayless cuts it off as Vortex looks for third. Here's the throw. It's late. Runners at the corners now with none down for Clark, who's 1 for 2 with a single. First pitch 2-seamer up and in is high. Ball 1. Fastball away. Called a strike on the corner. 1-1. Slider down and in. Swung through it by Clark. 1-2. Change it down and in. Hard grounder foul. Out of play by Clark. 1-2 the count. Fastball up and away. Called strike 3. Another punch out for Noel, her 8th. 1 down, and that'll bring up Hamster. 2 for 3 with a double and a single. Noel about to hit 100 pitches here with this next one. First pitch 2-seamer down and in is low and inside. 1-0. Fastball middle away outside. 2-0. Fastball down in the way, low, 3-0. 2-seamer down and in. Line hard to center by Hamster. That'll be a base hit. 1 run will score. Runner going for third. Here's the throw. It is late. It's an RBI single for Hamster. It's now 7-2. Stanberg up now, 1 for 3 today with a single, and that will do it for Noel here after 6 1/3 innings. She's given up 2 earned runs so far with, I believe, 10 hits. Runners are first and third are her responsibility, though. Coming out of the bullpen to relieve her. It's going to be right-handed specialist Grace Lupinovich. Lupinovich is 0-1 on the year with a 6.43 ERA and a 1.71 whip. She's given up 5 earned runs in 4 appearances, recording 1 save. She's thrown 7 innings, giving up 11 hits, with 1 of them being a home run, walking 1 and striking out 6. Batting average against is .355. Looking to strand the runners here is Lupinovich. First pitch fastball up and away is outside. Ball 1. Change it down and in. Low below the knees. 2-0. Cutter up and in. Line to second. Graves leaps. Can't get there. It's a base hit to right center. Brickhouse comes up throwing for third as Hamster looks to run. He will make it there. It's 7-3 now. Run goes to Noel. Runners at the corners was still 1 down for Bobbitt, who's 1 for 3 with the single. First pitch curveball down and in. Called a strike to the knees. 0-1. Fastball down and away. Outside. 1-1. Cutter up and away. Fouled off. 1-2. Change it down and in. Swung through it. Strike 3. 2 down. Runner steals second, though, as that's Stanberg. He'll make it safely. 2 in scoring position for Manley, who is RBI man. RBI single his last time up. He's 1 for 3. For Stanberg, that is his second stolen base attempt of the year. He is 2 for 2. Manly looking to draw the Herbisaurs back in this game as they're only down 4 right now. First pitch changeup down and away. Grounded up the middle of the short. Jackman dives. He gets there to cut it off. He has to hurry, though. In time to get Manly, and that strands the runners. 2-run score. Here's the Herbisaurs cut it to a 4-run gap, but Lupinovic comes out of the pen and prevents further damage. Top 8. 7-3 the score. Axelson, Pitts, and Stiff Bottom face Morrow. Axelson 1 for 3. Doubled her last time up. Fastball, changeup in there on the inner third, 0-1. Changeup down the middle, fouled off, 0-2. Slider up and in, lined softly to third. Hamster there for the catch, 1 down. Brings up Pitts, who's 0 for 4 today, 0 for his last 9 as well. Fastball high, misses, ball 1. Slider at the knees, line to center field. That will drop into the sliding glove of Sachs, who robs Pitts yet again, who's 0 for his last 10 now. 2 down, and that'll bring up Stiff Bottom, 1 for 4 with a single. Fastball high, misses, ball 1. Changeup away, called a strike, 1-1. Slider away, Stiff Bottom goes with the pitch hit to deep to right field. That's got some carry to it, to the wall. It is off the top of the wall as Vortex plays it cleanly. That'll be a double for Stiff Bottom here to keep the inning alive with 2 down. That'll bring up Red Ear. Walked his last time up. He's also doubled and singled. He's 2 for 3. Morrow starting to tire here as he's approaching 40 pitches on the outing. Slider up and away for a strike, 0-1. Fastball way high, ball 1. Fastball down and in is inside, 2-1. Fastball down the middle, Red Ear jumps on it deep to left center field. It goes. It is gone. Deepest part of the park, home run. 7th of the year for Wixit Red Ears. He extends his team lead. It's a 2 RBI shot this time as he makes it a 9-3 game. He's now up to 19 RBIs on the season, 1 shy of 20. Having a good season for himself, and that'll bring up Jackman. Shortstop's locked in now, having doubled and singled today. He's got an RBI as well. Alright, there we go. Got Jackman linesman back up the middle for a 2-out single. Keeping the inning alive here for the Freebooters as he look to do some more damage. Here's Brickhouse. 2-run homer his last time up. He's also doubled today. Or a solo home run, I think. Whatever. Yeah, solo home run his last time up. He's also doubled in a run. Fastball way inside from Morrow almost hits him. Ball 1. Change it below the knees. 2-0. Fastball down and in for a strike, 2-1. Fastball down at the knees, grounded softly to short. Stewart makes the play to first, and that ends the inning. Brickhouse no longer locked in, but it is a 2-run shot here for Wixit Readier as the Freebooters extend their lead 9-3. Bottom 8. Blue, Sax, and Vortex due up against Lupinovich. Blues 1 for 3 today with a single. Specialist active here for Lupinovich. His first pitch fastball's inside. Ball 1. Curveball down and away. Called a strike on the check swing away. 1-1. Cutter up and away. Swung through it. Blue late. 1-2. Change it down and in. Grounded softly at the middle. Jackman gets there to cut it off. Will fire to first. 1 down. Blue now tense, and they'll bring up Sax, who's 0 for 3 today. And still tense with Specialist active against him now. First pitch curveball down and away. Swung through it as Sax is early on it. 0-1. Fastball down and in. Swung late again. 0-2. Change up and in. Swung through it. Strike 3 as Sax is looking silly out there. First punch out for Lupinovich. 1 down, and that'll bring up Vortex. 2 down now, and that'll bring up Vortex. 1 for 3 today with the single. Fastball away. Called a strike. 0-1. Is that the first punch out for Lupinovich today? It is her second, actually. She had 6 coming into this one. First this inning, second at total. 0-1 the count now. Cutter down and in. Check swing for a strike. 0-2. Curveball up and in. Popped up by Vortex, left center field. Brickhouse over for it in the gap. Calling for it. Makes the catch, and that ends the inning. 1-2-3 for Lupinovich here in the 8th. Top 9 we go. 9-3 the score. Velos, Rivers, and Graves due up against Morrow. Here's Velos. 2-run homer earlier, as well as a single. She's 2 for 4 today. Morrow still tense out there on the mound. Fastball up and in, called a strike. 0-1. Slider away, misses. 1-1. Fastball up and away, swung late. 1-2. Fastball down and in, chased it. Velos does. This is dribbled to third softly. Hamster charges and fires. 1 down. That'll bring up Rivers. 2 for 4 today with the double and the single. Morrow back to neutral mojo here. Fastball up and in, fisted up the middle. Stewart cuts it off. Easy play. 2 down. Brings up Graves. 2 for 4 today with the double. Driving in 2 and singling. Morrow still tense. Fastball low, misses. Ball 1. Fastball down the middle, line to center field, but it's right at Sax, who makes the catch. 1-2-3 inning for Morrow in the 9th. Bottom 9, Freebooters lead 9-3 as Lupinovich looks to shut the door here. Stewart, Clark, and Hamster do up. Stewart 1 for 3 today with a single. First pitch cutter down and away. Line deep to right field. Velos back a few steps, makes the catch though on the liner. 1 down. Brings up Clark, who's 1 for 3 with a single. Fastball up and away. Dribbled softly to the left of the mound. Lupinovich off for it. Makes the play herself. 2 down. Last chance is Hamster, who's 3 for 4 with a double, 2 singles, and an RBI today. First pitch curveball down and in is low. Ball 1. Fastball down and away. Fouled back. 1-1. Change it down and away. Swung through it as he's early on it. 1-2 the count now. Cutter middle in. Dribbled softly to the left of the mound. Gets by Lupinovich as Graves bare hands and fires. It is a 1-2-3 inning for Lupinovich to end the game as the Freebooters finally end their losing streak after 5 losses in a row. 9-3 your final. 17 hits for us, 11 for the Herbivores. We came through with more runners in scoring position than they did. Everyone got a hit except Pitts, who went 0 for 5. He's 0 for his last 10 now. 2-run homer for Readier, solo home run for Brickhouse, 2-run homer for Velos, 2 RBI day for Graves. Jackman also chipped in an RBI as well. On the other side, Sax was hitless. Everyone else got at least 1. RBIs for Hamster, Stamberg, and Manley. Pitching lines, Noel goes 6 in the 3rd innings, getting the win. She gives up 10 hits, 3 earned runs, and striking out 8, doubling her strikeout total for the season in 1 start. She finishes the season at 1-2 with a 7.13 ERA. Lupinovich goes 2 2/3 out of the pen, giving up a hit and 2 earned runs. Or 2 strikeouts, I'm sorry. And on the other side, Lucas only lasts 4 1/3 innings due to his hurt status. 11 hits given up with 6 earned runs. 1 of them a home run. He will take the loss. 0-3 on the season with a 7.31 ERA. And Morrow goes 4 2/3 out of the pen, giving up 6 hits, 2 of them being home runs, 3 earned runs, 1 walk, and a strikeout. Player of the game for us is Wixit Readier, who was a triple shy of the cycle, driving in 2 runs, scoring twice himself. Brickhouse, homer and a double today with 2 RBIs and 2 runs scored as well. And then Velos 2 for 5 day with a homer, 2 RBIs, and 2 runs scored. Very good day as we finally end that losing streak. Jesus. It was starting to get really depressing out here. Still, we needed that win. That was a good win. Now let's see what happens here around the league. I mean, in our division, we mathematically have a shot to get second place, but we got a lot of games to sim, so let's see how they pan out. We can't catch the Wild Pigs, so they will beat us. The Buzzards beat the Jacks 6-2. Moonstars beat the Sandcats 6-1. Platypi win 5-4. Buzzards beat the Heaters 7-3. Sirloins and Sawteeth here. Sawteeth win 8-4 as the Sirloins take a loss. And then in the rematch game, Sawteeth win 11-3. So Sawteeth are on a roll right now. Then they beat the last place Sandcats 3-0. So they've gone up to 10-5. Wild Pigs shut out the Moose 4-0 as the Moose fall back a bit. Wild Pigs lock up the division with that win as the Grapplers crush the Wide Loads 12-4. And then lose 4-3 to the Wide Loads. Heaters hold off the Grapplers to win 8-2. Let's see. Overdogs win an extra 7-3 over the Crocodon. There we go. Alright, we're back now. Nemesis looking to beat the Overdogs here, but the Overdogs rally to win 6-5, locking up that division. Let's see. Blowfish beat the Sawteeth, okay, 3-1. Sandcats beat the Sirloins, that's an upset, 5-3. That's good for us. Beals win an extra 6-2. Doesn't really matter. Crocodons win an extras 5-3. Herbisaurs and Wild Pigs. Wild Pigs win 2-0. They had already won the division anyway. Hot Corners rally to beat the Moose 8-6. That's not good for us. Let's see. Blowfish beat the Moonstars 6-5, and then they face them again here. Drop a close one, 3-2. Okay. So Moonstars are going to beat us. And the Sirloins crushed the Moonstars, winning 12-7, so they will also beat us. So we have mathematically no chance of making the playoffs as of right now, because of those last two wins right there. Because the Sirloins are finishing at 9-7, best we can do is 8-8. Same thing applies to the Moonstars. We are already out of the playoffs, so we have nothing left to play for really except pride at this point to try and get third place in the division. Plus that negative run differential would have killed us even if we could have forced a tie. Sad. We still have 3 games left to play too, but yes, it is official. We are now out of the playoffs. We gotta play the Hot Corners here. Last game for them on the year. Our set third to last game. Verde will be on the hill for us. He's 1-1 with a 5.59 ERA and a 1.91 WHIP. And Rhubarb, the long reliever, will be on the mound, 1-0 with a 3.95 ERA and a 1.02 WHIP. Gee, that one win came against us earlier this season. Go figure. Alright, let's take a look here. Simba Delano, the absolutely garbage reliever, was picked up by the Sandcats to replace Maverick McMahon, so he's a free agent. Axelson gets +6 power. That's nice. She's now up to a B overall. Love to see it. That doesn't matter. Stiff bottom +1 arm. Nice. Good for a catcher to get better arm. And Nerdwood, the reliever, goes back to the Buzzards. Or no, he was on the Overdogs. He's going to the rivals, the Buzzards. They're in the same division. He's replacing Rally Overo, the former Grapplers reliever. Interesting. Stiff bottom lost 7 fielding. That's not good for my catcher. You don't like to see that. Alright, well, let's go to the free agents here. Let's add those newly added release players to the list, and then we'll see if we can make any moves here to free up some cap, as there's nothing left to play for this year. I mean, I did say I would cut Noelle if she did bad. She did really well, so I'm not going to cut her. The others, well, that remains to be seen right now. I mean, right now I don't think I want to make any moves just yet, although Bergerer does look pretty good for 5'4". Looks pretty good for 5'4". What's Rippin at 1-1? Yeah, we ain't gonna bring him in for nothing. So yeah, but I like all of our relievers except Rippin, who's just here because he's filling a gap. I do want to get rid of Rippin, but I don't want to spend money to do it. It's kind of hard to bring in someone cheaper than 1.1 million. Or Hogsman's 1.9 million. Really, no one on this team makes over $10 million. The most money goes to Jackman at 9.9. And you got Pitts at 9.1, Kaiser at 9.1, Noel at 9, Verde at 8.9, 8.6 for Brickhouse, 8.5 for Velos. Like, yeah, we don't give out a lot of money terribly. But I think we should free up some space somewhere. Just don't know how to do it, you know? There aren't any overly young free agents either. Alright, what are my options here? Ooh, that's a good one for Hogsman to get. We'll need to get that when that comes up next time. Rippin. It's worth the risk for him to lose Specialist to get this. I would go for this, yeah. I think it's worth the risk. This one we're definitely getting for Burnside. This one's too high of a chance to lose Specialist for Lupinovich, so that's a pass. This one for Axelson. It would be good to upgrade her arm. But is it worth giving up all that fielding? I don't think so. And this one for Martinez. Ooh, that's a good one. I like that one too. Alright, so for right now, let's just get this one for Burnside, because that's the only one that's in danger of expiring next time that I care about. Let's get this one, and we'll go from here next time out. Then you get the +1 speed, which is fine. He already had some good speed. Only the 1 fielding. I was hoping for the 5. That would have been nice. And +1 arm. Excellent. So he's getting a little bit better there. Alright, we'll set the lineup here. Call it a day. Alright. Looks like Brickhouse will lead off in center, followed by Stiff Bottom catching again. Redier is going to first base today as he's locked in. Jackman at shortstop, bats 4th. Pitts will DH today. He is tense. He drops down in the lineup as well. He's 0 for his last 10. Velos in right field. Then Rivers at third. Axelson in left. And Graves is second. So it's the same 9 players, just a slightly different order. And the flip-flop of Redier and Pitts in position-wise. Alright, that'll do it. Alright, guys, we finally broke the losing streak. Our 5-game skid comes to an end, but it's too little too late, as we are officially eliminated from playoff contention this episode, with the Moonstars and the Sirloins finishing at 9-7, meaning the best we can do is 8-8, and we're already not going to win the division, so there's nothing we're playing for left other than pride. Take on the Hot Corners next time out in a game that means absolutely bupkis. Until then, this is the Nasty Ones, signing off.